ladies and gents? Welcome back to the Beard with Review channel. We're back for another review. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. Excited to drink a beer I've had before. This is Treehouse Green. You guys know what it looks like. Long before this channel started, which is coming up on a year old in January, I had an awesome Treehouse hookup, and my buddy and I, Steven, mowed through a ton of Treehouse beers. So I slowly but surely track them down every now and then. I reviewed Julius, and I got some green, so I want to review it. And I got another Julius, but I'm not going to review it again, obviously. I do love their beers, though. So anyway, this, like I said, this is green, India Pale Ale, 7.5% ABV. Green is massively juicy beer filled with distinctive notes of pineapple, orange sorbet, and tangerine. Makes no apologies as it coats the palate. Hop goodness. A bunch of other stuff written on the back. I do remember this beer, the first time I drank it, tasting like cut up pineapples. Like dull pineapple juice with like pulp, like the actual pineapple in it. I was new to hazy beers at the time too, so this is also from their new facility. This was canned on 12/12/17. Go see the volcanoes. Go see the rainforests. It is 12/21, so it's 9 days old. Not super old, not the freshest of the fresh, but perfect age, I think. We're gonna go into the Joe's Arcade glass. If you haven't checked out his channel, you should. Joe's Arcade and Beer Reviews. The back of this glass says it's still a bit green, so I thought it was a perfect way to break in this glass with green. Let's get into it. I know Joe says this is his favorite one. If I remember correctly, I did prefer this over Julius. I thought about trying to do them blind, but I think they look too different in the glass. And I think I'd be able to tell pretty quick what was what. I mean, there you have it. It is orange juice in the glass, orange, pineapple. I've said this so many times I can't get it out of my head. They all remind me of like hazy V8 Splash. That smoothie, unfiltered, heavy looking juice. Got about a finger of bright white head, really tiny bubbles. Looks perfect. You guys can see that. Just a gorgeous beer. Let's get a nose on it. Yeah, I mean, so they do a really good job of like what they say is on the can. It is, the first thing I get is that orange sorbet with that mild tartness to it. That this beer's not tart, but you know what I'm saying about orange sorbet having that kind of tinge of tartness. Tangerines, and just a boatload of pineapple. It smells exactly like what they say it smells like. It smells like a pineapple orange smoothie. Like, that's all I can say about it. A little bit of hop matter. That's, that herbaceous green note. I got to show you the back of this glass with that on it though. I love it. All right, let's get a taste. It's still ridiculous, y'all. It tastes like pineapple juice, orange juice, tangerines. Like I've said it before, like little cuties. My son, he sees all the time. There's these little halos, these little bitty things. Tear them apart, and they are the juiciest, small, like just juiciest thing you can bite into. I love them, and that's this. It has this mild. Nah, I wouldn't say mild. It's got this pretty big earthy note on the back end of it. The front end of this is just straight juice, y'all. So juicy. I mean, you know how like you can core a pineapple and then strip the stuff off of it. And I would imagine just like taking that and like biting into it. That's what this reminds me of. So anyway, the back end of this has got this mild bitterness, a good dose of herbaceous, green notes, if you will. It's great. It's great. So we were comparing it in a message today to Nothing Gold by Bissell Brothers. And I don't know, I'd have to put them side by side fresh. I love both those beers, but to me, they drink so differently. Bissell Brothers had a lot more grapefruit bitterness on the back end. And this does have a tinge of that now, like it's resting on my palate. Just a hint of like grapefruit oils, kind of. Just a hint, though. In the mouthfeel, creamy, smooth, smoothie, perfect. Love it. Fantastic. As always, I've heard some people ripping on this beer because of the new facility, though. And this can is great. So if you can get a hold of the 1212 batch, it is amazing. No worries at all. Treehouse crushes it. They just do. Until next time, y'all. Cheers.